Samsung has definitely made their mark with the Samsung Galaxy Note line, but I think they're going to continue it over for their tablets. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S 9.7 is a beautiful, beautiful tablet. A resolution coming in at 1536 by 2048 at 9.7 gives you a great resolution. The screen is very sharp. I have no problems with viewing angles, and this thing is nice. What can I say? I've compared it next to my iPad Air 2, and I like this a lot better. Even though they're the same size screen, this package here is really, really nice. And speaking of packages, let's get to this body. You've got your power button up here, volume rocker here, SD card slot, SIM tray, because this is the LTE model, dual speakers here on the bottom, charge and sync cable right here, and headphone jack on the bottom, which I love. Nothing along this side. You've got these chamfered edges here where it looks, you see the little glare from the light, it's like a little shiny. That is beautiful. Along the back, you've got like a soft touch material, gives it the grip that it needs. You've got these two spots here for the connector for the keyboard. This can attach to a keyboard. Along the front here, I forgot that one of the best parts of this tablet is the 8 megapixel camera. Don't be fooled by thinking that tablets don't have good cameras. This is a good camera. On the front here, I believe this one is a 2.1. The rear camera actually shoots at 1440 at 30 frames per second. That is very, very nice. You've got your back, and your recent or multitasking, and your home button here, which also doubles as a fingerprint scanner or reader, or however you want to name it. Inside of this is an octa-core processor, 1.9 and 1.3. Has 3 gigs of RAM. This is the 32 gig variant. You can take an SD card up to 128 gigs, which is really nice. The battery in this thing is 5,870 milliamp hours, and I'll get into that in a little bit. If you were wondering about the weight of the device, well, this is the LTE model, and it's 392 grams, which is just wonderfully light. And the Wi-Fi model is 389. Again, the body, 5.6 millimeters thick, or should I say thin. The sound on this bad boy has dual firing speakers on the bottom, and you know, when I first unboxed it and get my first hands on, they sounded extremely loud, but after some use now, I've been using it for a while now, and they're not as loud as what they could be when I compare it to, say, my iPad Air 2. The iPad Air 2 has bottom firing speakers as well, but I think just the build quality of this, the way these are made, it's just a little bit louder, and they sound a little bit clearer than the ones on the bottom of the Galaxy Tab S2. They won't disappoint, but they're not that loud. Just be aware of that. Now, let's get on to something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now, is the camera. A lot of people say that the camera on this thing is not very good. And I'll tell you a secret afterwards, but first I'm just going to take some pictures here. My OnePlus cable. And I did that for 2 reasons. The color I want you to see. I want you to see how well it takes pictures there. And here's something that's darker. My camera. My Sammy. The camera on the back of this device is very nice. Now, the last 4 videos on this channel here were actually shot with this tablet. I had people reaching out to me telling me how nice the camera was. Did I upgrade my camera? Actually, I didn't. I actually shot those videos with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S. Surprise, surprise. I tend to use different devices instead of my Samsung camera when doing videos sometimes, because I want to see the response that I get out of people. Some people say, hey Jay, you know, shout out to Siobhan, he noticed a different background and the camera quality was really good. Well, Siobhan, to your surprise, that was actually the Samsung Galaxy Tab S2 that recorded that video. Scan back for the last 4 or 5 videos, they were actually shot with this tablet, which is phenomenal. You didn't know that, but pay close attention. You'll see the resolution is in 2K. So I've shot several videos with this camera. So people who say the camera is bad on this tablet, I say think again. Web browsing on here is going to be just as good as you would want it to be in landscape or portrait, whichever. I was just on here thinking of buying a skin for my Nexus 6P, and I thought, you know, I might as well just play around with it on the tablet here. Very nice tablet for web browsing. It is great to say the least. The only problem I have is Chrome. I don't think Chrome is the best browser, and I know that I could switch to a different browser, but you know, it's the native browser on here, so I don't know. I just keep using it because it works. I've got everything synced to it, but I'm hoping that I can get a web browsing experience like on my other tablet, my iPad. The web browsing experience on my iPad is a little bit better with that browser, with that WebKit. Now, Samsung does have their own browser, but it's no different. And I don't even think it's on this one. Let me see here. No, they didn't put it on this one. But nonetheless, they do have their own browser, and it's not on here. I wish I could have tested it for you. But I'm just not a fan of Chrome, I think. Overall, though, you will get a nice experience when surfing the web. The processing power behind here, I haven't had any troubles with lags or stutters or anything like that. I make sure this is always, the Smart Manager is always in place, and everything actually works pretty good on here. So it's done well. I haven't had any problems with anything on there. This is a feature-rich device, and I like to put YouTube up top and have a web browser on the bottom so I can surf the net and actually read online as well. Come on, buddy. See, that's that Chrome again. I'm trying to size it. There we go. So normally what I'll do is I'll play a video up top, and I'll go ahead and go to a video here so I can give you a test of the sound. I'm going to crank it up.
With the Kindle app, switch from reading to listening without missing a word, so you can listen while you find.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay Will. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox the Nexus 6P. This is the Huawei made Nexus, so it should be pretty good. I've seen good things pertaining to this device, and I think people are excited about it, to say the least. That gives you a feel of the multitasking, the sound quality, and how it can handle a couple of things at one time. That's pretty good overall. I've never had any problems with that. So how's the battery? Well, I took a picture of my last screenshot of battery, and it went 7 hours and almost 45 minutes, and I had 4% left. This is only my second rotation. It went almost went a day and 8 hours or so, almost a day and 9 hours. So that's good battery, to say the least, on a tablet like this. So this is how well it did for the, and I'm on my third charge now, so I'm hoping that I can get even better battery life. But as you can see here, screen was on 57%, and it lasted over a day, and I got almost 8 hours of battery life. So that gives you some idea. And some people might get, and I'm doing it with heavy use, but if you're not a heavy user, you'll get several days, but you just won't probably get 8 hours of screen on time. You might get like 5, which is fantastic. So there you have it. That's my review of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S2 9.7. This is the LTE models, but you can get the Wi-Fi model as well for a lot less. This retails for $650, and the Wi-Fi model is on sale right now, believe it or not. The same thing for $399 through Samsung. So then they have all the colors, so you can get the Wi-Fi model if you need to. One other thing I want to point out is the fingerprint reader. So you're probably thinking, Jay, you praised the tablet and you didn't say anything was wrong with it. Well, now I'm getting ready to. The fingerprint reader on this thing is not good. It doesn't read, at least my experiences with it, it's not very good at reading your fingerprint. So I'm going to change this to fingerprints, and then I'm going to do it. If your fingerprints are just a little bit wet, or not wet, but lotion, or if your fingerprints have to be completely dry for this to work flawlessly. And that's what I hate. So I turned it off and I started using the code. Now, obviously in this video, you see this working, but got so frustrated with it that I just couldn't deal with the fingerprint reader. So one thing I noticed is that my right hand reads, it doesn't read as well as the left hand for some reason. I don't know what that's about. It could be the way I have it set up. But nonetheless, it is working now that I'm trying to tell you that I dislike it. But all in all, I really dislike the fingerprint reader on here because I was hoping that it would be as good as my Note 5, but it's actually not. And it's not as good as the iPad's fingerprint reader. I've never had any kind of issues with the iPad fingerprint reader, and I still don't. So maybe with the software update that can be improved, but if you're wondering what I disliked, that is it. The fingerprint reader. Don't like it. It's your man Jay Will. I will see you guys in the next video. Stick around, I'm going to show you some gaming.